Hello, everyone. It's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one only here with another exciting live stream. I'm not sure if the mic caught all that, so I'm going to say it one more time. Hello, everyone. It's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one only here with another exciting live stream. And today we're going to be playing Dueling Nexus. Let me get the live chat up for this stream real quick as the stream continues. On the live chat up and I've already contacted Kirby, so Kirby should be able to do, which is pretty ballin'. Kirby had done his 2 out of 3 anniversary duel, but during the third run, Kirby had to go. So hopefully we'll be able to finish that up. Had some battery like an ambiguous clinger is also possible. Just resolve it. Kirby said less rock. Then he said your mic is breaking up. Okay, sorry to hear that mic is breaking up. It's one thing that I've never truly understood is why that happens sometimes, but not all the time. It's also something that I would have like trouble detecting as well. So let's see. Let me go to XUXV. Are we playing with the deck that we played with before or different decks? I can kind of see what's with green dots on it. It doesn't seem to alter when I'm talking. So the mic's being spotty, I guess. Okay, I just muted and unmuted the microphone. I don't think it really helped though. I tried to do a reset, I guess. Okay, I still have my Metal Foes deck set up. Ooh, Paper's meta. So I expect him to play the paper. Inner Tinker, welcome to the streams. Good to have you. Hashtag high five. Kirby might be playing a different deck. It doesn't matter what order you play them in. For real. Kirby then said high five. Booyah. There we go. We got Gold Driver to the field thanks to Unexpected Die. Then we're going to activate Painful Decision, which is going to let us grow. Stealing from our deck to our hand. Stealing's an 8 scale, I believe. So we put him in the right one, even though order doesn't really matter. Activate the field play spell card. Activate Mirror Shield. Then we're going to activate Legacy of the Duelist. Then we're going to go into battle phase. We don't really know what he has on his side of the field. So we're going to use Legacy of the Duelist to actually pop the back row. And we burned ourselves by doing that. That's interesting. Do that and pass. So right now, Kirby can only set 1 spell or trap in his back row per turn. And with Legacy of the Duelist, I can continually just go like no and like get rid of whatever he has in the back row by negating attacks and destroying those cards. Let's see. Oh, ancient gear gadget can be used in place of the other gadgets. I wasn't aware. That's interesting. Kirby says it's not letting him. Nexus has been kind of weird recently. Just like for whatever reason not doing what it's supposed to on occasion. So that's believable. Like that does seem like something that could happen. So he's trying, I think, to use Ancient Gear Gadget's effect, but it's just not letting him. Hashtag Nexus problems. Hashtag Nexus. That could have been the name of this, to be honest. Because I've had a few duels now where it seemed like Nexus just isn't doing what it's supposed to do. Oh, Kirby, you're Dalmatians. Your boy got 65 Dalmatians. Kirby said I can't declare a name. Is there any way to skip or cancel that effect? I want to get just locked down where you lose from timeout. Kirby said, well, I've lost because of this. Oh man, that sucks. So it like just completely locked him out. That actually is really dumb. Who's the one guy who's been on this channel who like says that he like works Nexus? That we should be able to be like, hey, you know, if you watch it, you should see that this kind of thing happens. I'm sorry. Let's see. I am sorry. The game glitched on our duel. Hopefully, it won't this time. I'm a slow type. Here we are. Got him. See, if paper is the meta, then you'd expect me to play scissors, so you play rock, so therefore I play the meta. It's clear logic. Clear logic. Aw, snap. Kirby's gonna fusion summon. Kirby's gonna fusion summon early. And it's the one that does burn damage. This is interesting. That's slightly better, but not enough. Interesting. Kirby has a strong lead currently. He went into attack mode. I see what's happening. I'm pretty close to death at this point. Yeah, that's a solid GG. Oh, burn damage. Interesting. Ooh, hashtag handshake. GG. Let's see. Kirby has a new deck that he's been working on as well. Kirby, would you like to try out the new Dimensional Dragons deck? Also, congratulations on your victory. There we go. Sorry it took me so long. It takes me a minute to type. Ball. Thank you for being awesome. So Kirby said, yeah, he's down for that. So he's going to try out the new Dimensional Dragons deck. Got me with that YouTube ad. Kirby said, oh, wait, crap. The deck has Skull Crobat Joker, which is banned. Oh, I see. So you can't currently use that deck. Okay, let's see. I'm thinking about making a new deck. Is the Ritual Summoned Skull out yet? Because I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of deck build and we do auto duel. Here we go. Copy. Let's see. So Kirby said, with the legendary dragon deck box, I was able to remake my Cyber Dragon deck. Excuse me a moment as I put that deck in Nexus. Okay, ballin'. Okay, no problem. I had a little box for typing in some information, and when I changed windows, the box went away, which was interesting. Let's see. Kirby asked, want to have a Hangouts open? That way we can talk back and forth to each other. I'd say due to recent weird microphone issues. Also, it's kind of late. Because I'm still at my dad's. Like, if I was at the dorm, that wouldn't matter. Also, how's the mic been as of recent? Also, they don't have the new Summon Skull. That was going to be the deck I built. Is the mic still choppy? Question mark. So when are we going to get the Ritual Summon Skull? Oh, okay, that's good to hear that the mic's been fixed. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I was kind of hyped to try and make a Ritual Summon Skull deck. What do I want to make? Oh. Kirby, could you name a card? And then me and you both try and make a deck based around that card. And the goal is to try and make that card our boss monster. So like you pull that card when it's like it's kind of thing. So Kirby said Advent Skull Archfiend. Oh snap, that's the Summon Skull ritual. Oh, thank you. I didn't know that that was what it was. Well, dang. Kirby said thank you, DPYGO. I know, right? Okay. This card's name becomes Summon Skull while on the field, but is still treated as an Archfiend card. Cannot be destroyed by battle except by a ritual monster, and it cannot be destroyed by monster effects except by ritual monsters. If the summon card you control sent to your graveyard by an opponent's card by battle card effect, you can special summon one Summon Skull from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Okay, I kind of been wanting to make a case around this guy, not gonna lie. Not saying he's good or anything, but yeah. And he is level 6, which is gross. But we can make it work. Because Summon Skull is also level 6. Can't tell which artwork I like the most. Fiend with dark powers for confusing the enemy. Among the Fiend-type monsters, this monster boasts considerable force. Okay, let's see. The only issue with Manju and Sonic Bird in them is is that you can't make those very easy. I have enough on field plays for him, so I'm probably going to depend on advanced ritual art for the most part, which sucks. Kirby said the legendary Dragons deck version of the Cyber Dragon deck came with Shadow Cyber Dragon Gardener. And he said, and I freaking love it. Let me look up Shadow Gardener. Oh, the one from the duel we had. Okay, I can take that. I'm glad that you have a copy of them. How many copies of them does it have? Just wonderful. I don't think I can get multiple like easy summons off of the Summon Skull deck at all. He said just the one. Okay. Contract with the Abyss. How is it written? Exactly equal? Ew. Why is it exactly equal? And also one copy isn't bad. Kirby said it also came with Drowning, Storming, and Quaking Mirror Force. Okay. So you have a whole bunch of Mirror Forces now. Contract. I might run contract with this. It's not worth it. You only for your original monsters. The only issue is that if I have some skull in my hand, is there a way for me to get it back into the deck if I needed to? Because it'll just be empty weight in my hand. It doesn't have the same flexibility as having like Chaos Max, where you have a Blue Eyes in your hand, but you can Chaos Form with it. I could run contract with the Abyss. The goal is to try not to have dead cards, but with that you can also have dead cards. So this is weird. So this is made to work whether or not it's in my hand or it's in my deck, hopefully. Like, that's the plan. So Advent Skull Archfiend is immune to monster effects that aren't ritual monsters, and people aren't really playing ritual monsters for real. And it can be destroyed by battle by things that aren't ritual monsters. So this is played with the assumption that nobody's playing ritual monsters. So it can't be destroyed by battle, unaffected by monster effects. Kirby said, and also I finally have a copy of Cyber Dragon Infinity. Cyber Drag, not Dargon, Dragon. Oh, this dude. Yeah, I've seen this dude. People play him quite often. Excuse me. So what else do I want to throw in here? He doesn't really have protection from spell and trap effects. But I don't have a really good way to lock my opponent out of spell and trap to make that like more viable. I can punish my opponent even further, I imagine, by also having stuff like imagination, but only if they're playing non-link. Or Pendulum, because of either. Let's see. Kirby said, Jin Desire of Rituals. When you ritual summon a monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard as one of the monsters required for the ritual summon. The monster ritual summon using this card is unaffected by trap effects. I see. The only issue I would have with Jin, right, is that if I do Jin and the levels still have to like exactly equal, then I would have to find a way And plus he has to be in my graveyard. It just seems like there's a lot that has to go on with him. I like it for the utility, but I guess if there was an easier way for you to get away with that, I'd be more down. I guess what I quickly realized as I was working on this is that I don't know what I really want Advent Skull Archfiend to do. So he can't be killed by battle. Kirby said you can use him on the field too, and in your hand to gain the effects. Oh, so it doesn't matter? Hold on. Jin. Let's see. Jin does... But it claims that you have to banish this card from your graveyard. I mean, you can use him in your hand as well. Oh, you get the effect no matter what. I see what you're saying, because they're like two separate sentences. Yeah, that's supposed to be like a bonus, the first sentence. But the second sentence is what counts. So I guess the only real problem I have with him is that I run a bunch of level 4s, and the level 6s are Summon Skull, but also the Ritual Monster. So I guess if I have 2 of him, I can get away with it. But that feels really conditional. And then when I'm not going to use him, when does he come up, I guess, is the problem, right? Because it'll be like, oh, he's in my hand, I have him in my hand, so I can't use him to ritual summon, because if I'm not holding a level 4 where I need 2 of him, I'm holding a level 6 where I don't need him at all. So it's kind of weird. Technically, I could have 1 in the grave and 1 in the hand, and I could still use it. With his shield, I imagine the way that you're supposed to play him in defense, let your opponent like kill it and then not know what it's for. And then at one point when you have 1 in your hand and 1 in your grave, or 2 in your grave, you could also Foolish Burial it, but running 1 copy of Foolish Burial to send 1 of these Jins to your grave when you're probably only running a couple in the first place is kind of weird. So I'm still thinking about it. Like I'm not straight up saying no or anything to him, but I'm still suspicious. I like the idea of him being immune to traps. He doesn't have like a tributing effect. I don't know. I like his art a lot, but in the end, he's not as good as he could be. It would be really nice if he was 3,500. If he just also had like an 1,000 attack boost, it'd be really cool. I get why he's 11 skulls at level 6, but it really limits him. You can't do as good plays with him. I don't know. I'm having second thoughts about doing the Advent Skull Archfiend deck. I want to do something I haven't done before, I guess, but also a ritual monster, but also like worth my time as a ritual monster. The guy's ultra banned. Demolisher of rituals. So it sounds like there are multiple of. When you ritual summon a monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard as one of the monsters required for the ritual summon. If the monster ritual summon using this card destroys a monster by battle, control of ritual monster drops one card. So there's like a whole set of these guys. I've actually never heard of these guys before. When you ritual summon a monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard as one of the monsters required for the ritual summon. While the monster ritual summon using this card is face up on the field, synchro monsters' effects are negated. So that's an anti-synchro thing. When you ritual summon a monster, they all have that. They all have that effect. If a player ritual summons using this card, that ritual summon monster cannot be targeted by the card effects of other players at all. He's pretty good. I'm not even gonna play. Why do the other ones exist? What was this guy? They banned him. Let's see. If a player ritual summons using this card, the other player cannot special summon while that ritual summon monster faces on the field. Rip. They took him out the game. He was too good, I guess. Probably not getting rituals. When you ritual summon a monster, you may start in your graveyard. They all have a player ritual summons start damage without damage to the player. They discard a card. The other one, or you, as the player, discard one. If you discard one, I get that a little bit. Curse is shocking. I can try to cut off and cut back on my thing and see what happens. Okay, testing. Okay, how's it now? Is the microphone better? The other player discards, not you. Yeah, I got it to be the other player. Kirby said, there it goes. Is it better or worse? When you say there it goes, I'm unsure, I guess. I might throw in the rituals. He's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. He makes anyone better, but he's 3, like a level 3, which normally isn't the best. But level 3 quality better or worse? With him being level 3 and this guy being level 6 is pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, he's just really good. Do none of them make it immune to spells? They could definitely have one where they're immune to spells. I guess other players' card effects should be good enough. I shouldn't be sweating the lack of spells, but still, I think that would be cool. There's no level 5 one. So if I want to do a level 8 summon, the cheapest one would be a level 4, a level 3, and level 1. So I could get 7 plus 1 and an 8. 7 plus 1 and an 8. That's too much. That's 3 cards in hand. It works a lot better for him. I'm glad that you introduced me to this archetype, Kirby. I think they will work very well with this deck. There we go. I was wondering what happened to Muzak. Okay, a couple more monsters in this deck. So let's see. I don't know what the other 2 monsters will be. I'll leave that as a mystery for now, as I figure out what else I'll throw into this deck. Hen Armory, because, man, that immunity is nice. It makes you... Nah, Advanced Ritual Art is still good. Is it, though? It may not be, actually. The reason why I'm, like, iffy on it is because I can, like, search Summon Skull, and not only can I search Summon Skull, but I can use Contract with the Abyss on any of these things, which is... And when he dies, let's see, if this virtual stone card you control is sent to your graveyard by an opponent's card by battle or card effect, you can special summon 1 Summon Skull from your hand deck or graveyard. He comes from anywhere. That's pretty nice. I don't know. Kirby, what do you think? Do you think I should still run advanced ritual art, or do you think advanced ritual art wouldn't be as useful? Also, he has no protection from tributing. The only issue with playing something like Mask of Restrict is that once you play Mask of Restrict, excuse me, you can no longer ritual summon yourself. So it creates some issues. I'm curious how consistent this is. Also, there's a nice way to search these guys. That'd be cool. There probably is. How does Sengen work again? Have one monster with 1500 or less attack. Oh, he has exactly 1500 attack. From your deck to your hand. For the rest of this turn. That makes sense. Kirby said maybe if you use more level 6 normal monsters, you can use advanced. I probably won't. So I guess I probably am fine using not advanced for now. So with these, I'm now just setting up spells and traps, which isn't bad. So I put in all this stuff to search Moon Mirror Shield. Actually put Moon Mirror Shield into the deck yet. So there we go. So the goal of this deck is to summon Advent Archfiend. To be honest, I would prefer to summon him using Jin Demolisher rituals rather than using other things. Kirby said he modified his IRL Dark Magician deck and is now changing the Nexus one. Okay, cool. He's updating. I'm glad that I didn't like invite you to duel and then very quickly jump into deck building, and I'm glad that you're not bored kind of thing. Like, I'm glad we both have something to do. Let's see. So I need to fill in these 5 cards. But I don't know what exactly to put here for these 5 cards. So we got Summon Skull, Sinju, Sonic Bird, Manju, Jin Demolisher Rituals, Sengen. What would be something good? I might try and look up the of Rituals cards in the first place. Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, Jin of Rituals, that makes sense. Also, virtually. They support ritual monsters by making them easier to summon and providing them with stronger effects. Visually, all Jin of Rituals resemble strange, obese humanoids wielding weapons or magical tools. Their bodies are usually one single predominant color. Each one has a skull somewhere on their weapon. Okay. Tips. Ritual spell cards that ritual summon a specified monster, for example, Black Illusion Ritual, don't require you to use the exact levels for the ritual summon. Oh, however, you cannot banish extra Jin monster cards beyond those Okay. As mentioned above, Jin of Rituals are dark monsters. Thus, they're compatible with Veiled Darkness, Lord of Darkness, Escape from the Dark Dimension, Armageddon Knight, and Dark Grepher. The last two can easily set up for a very fast ritual summon by summoning one of them and having it drop a Jin. You're instantly set up for just about any ritual monster you like. The Jin also have decent attack and defense scores in their own right, so don't be afraid to simply summon them. Plus, even if they're destroyed, you can still use them for ritual summons. There are spells like Earth Chant, Conjuring with Abyss and End of the World, and Dawn of the Herald, all require you to use monsters that equal the exact level as ritual monsters. Use Invention and or Doomsday Horror to return Djinns to your graveyard and use them again. Let's see. Use Tour Guide from the Underworld to special summon a level 3 Djinn from your deck. Then XYZ summon a rank 3 Xyz monster. You can then easily send the Djinn to the graveyard by detaching it to use the Xyz monster's effect. Additionally, if you summon Liviere, the Sea Dragon, you can use this effect to special summon one of your banished Djinns while putting another Djinn in the graveyard. A lot of trade up there. You can use Oracle of the Herald and all of the Djinn rituals to ritual summon an almost indestructible Herald of Ultimateness. Almost indestructible. I also noticed that it said all of the Djinns, which is ridiculous. So that was an interesting read. So with this, I can definitely get those Advent Skull Archfiend plays. Or at least that's what I'm hoping for. And I got a couple Sangams thrown in there as Djinn Searchers, which is also good. I could see myself running Gold Sarcophagus. Stuff like Mask of Restrict isn't safe from removal. So if my opponent blows it up, then my cards can be tributed and they can be kaiju bait, which is gross. Excuse me. Do I care about being tributed enough to run Mask of Restrict in the main deck? I think is the real question. And I think the answer is no. It's a card that you side at best. You probably don't actually side Advanced Ritual Art. You would probably side Prohibition. Just because Prohibition is a really good card. In my opinion, even though it can just get popped, is pretty good at just, if you know your opponent needs something in particular, slowing them down if they don't have removal on them immediately. Let's see. Would I ever want to have another Sangan? I guess is the question. Would I ever be like, dang, I'm really hurting for this one card in particular that I need? Hopefully not. With me now wanting to use Djinn the Demolisher of Rituals, that only ever really works if I either use 2 of them together so that I can get like a level 6, or I can pair them with Sangans if I happen to have a Sangan. That's the biggest problem. What is the of Rituals level 2? There is no level 2 one. Why did they do that? 2 4s, 3 3s, and 1 1. Why not 4 3 2 1 or something along those lines? They just made it slightly harder. Not giving Advent Skull his own ritual spell card was also low down, because they just made it harder for you to work with them. You can't use pre-prep or anything like that. Now the deck runs 6 level 3s, 6 level 6s, 12 level 4s. You still just have a higher likelihood of getting a level 4 than not. I feel like there must be another way for this to work. They mentioned a particular card in this list. Tour Guide. I remember Tour Guide from back when I used to do tournament play. Let's see, Kirby said, now I'm doing the wheel. The question is, do I really need the summon skull search in here then? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 level 3s. Plus monsters are getting kind of hefty there. I actually am a little curious if there's a better monster than Advent of the Skull Archfiend to do this with anyways. Because if you can make... I feel like there must be a level 3 ritual monster that's just easier to get out. So I need to search level 3 ritual monsters, because if there's one that's just better than level 3, it doesn't have to be dark. Card type ritual. Search. Review. Okay. So there are only 2 level 3 ritual monsters. If I ran a deck that was mainly composed of level 3s, I still don't think that would be sufficient. Because I really like decks where you can be like, I summon a monster, my opponent's card effects don't matter, I can protect them with Moon Mirror Shield, and then I can possibly protect them from tributing if that matters, and then I'm kind of done. But of course, even if I did that, these monsters are only level 3, so they're not very powerful. They're actually both 1200 attack. So it may not be worth it. And that only protects them from targeting. It doesn't actually make them immune to your opponent's card effects. But targeting is better than nothing, I suppose. I don't know. The more I look at it, the more I am not pleased with that concept. I must find something that satiates what I want to do. Of rituals. Card effects. Weird. A wild monster appears as not what I expect to do. So I still need to figure out what I want to build. Superhero decks have always been eh. Wow. The reason he comes up is because The Rock, if you separate the T from the beginning of the and the CK from the end of Rock, it's just hero. Who is this guy? Let's see. I'm gonna look up someone Yu-Gi-Oh! Wikia. I don't think and now I need to figure out how the thing increase cards and its traps and its blue eyes deck. Alright, cool. How about the video again? Still need the Legacy of the Duelist card. Okay, so this is about the card. There are no card tips for it. I saw his BES deck. I believe that I've seen your BES deck before. That's all about the boss monster dudes, right? Oh, I've tried to look them up before. Here we go. Toss a coin, call it. If it's wrong, remove one counter. If it tries to attack without a counter, it can't. I think they have like spell cards that help them out, do they not? Kirby says they're all bosses from the Gradius games. I feel like we've talked about this before. Don't they have a spell card that supports them? I can't remember what it is if they do. But there's something that helps you get them out. Kirby says Gradius also has a monster in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is it still named Gradius? Yep. High performance jet fighter with power capsules for variable attack capabilities. Option token. That's not an option token. I thought that was a token. He said BS, Zelos, and Boss Rush. What is Greed Grotto? That's weird. So let's see. Because I remember reading these. Okay, and then let's look up Zelos. The mic has been weird. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the mic is picking up the music at the moment. And it seems like when it picks up anything, there's like lag. Okay, I don't know if that fixed anything. When this card is activated, you can add 1 boss rush from your deck to your hand. All BS monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense. Your opponent cannot target them with card effects. They cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 BS monster from your hand. There is normal or special summon to your field. Place 1 counter on it. Let's see. I could see Zelos being paired with like terraforming and stuff like that. This is an interesting deck. It helps protect a lot, but it doesn't make your boss monsters completely unaffected. I understand why. They seem pretty powerful. Ice said face cam would be better. I like saving the battery on my phone to where I can do other streams. Kirby said that he also pairs it with Field Barrier. Field Barrier's cool. Does Twin Twisters, if it hits Field Barrier and BEF Zelos, just blow both of them away? Let's see. I actually wouldn't mind making an anti BS deck. That'd be cool. So Field Barrier, when used on its own, can just prevent people from playing field spell cards. So if I get Field Barrier out there early on, I can just cut all that out. See, Twin Twisters is a pretty good way of trying to hit 2 things at once. I don't know if it'll work. Are all BES monsters light? No. Light machine, earth machine, dark machine, wind machine, water machine. So they're all machines. So they can't be targeted or destroyed by opponent's card effects. But they can be... Well, no. This just cannot be destroyed in battle. Remove 1 counter. It cannot destroy. So what I really need to understand is how you kill these things. You can't kill them by fighting. They just die over time, so you kind of just want to survive. That sounds rough. Because it seems like most can't be destroyed by battle. Do any of them have removal? This is 1 counter from this card. If you cannot destroy it, you can banish this card from your graveyard, shuffle all BES monsters from your graveyard into the deck. Does anyone ever play BES Pendulum? Where you just try and pendulum summon out a bunch of them at once? This card attacks, or is attacked at the end of there, so toss a coin. Okay. Yeah. Because if you try to pendulum some of these, they still will get the counters on them regardless. But it would be a nice way to spam them out, and you don't have to tribute anything. I don't know. I kind of vibe with it. Seems like it would be a force to be reckoned with. Excuse me. I think this is my biggest issue with deck building, is just figuring out what I'm currently interested in. Obese marmot of nefariousness. An ill-mannered field varmint that will sink its teeth in anything. I'm gonna hit up that Google. I want to gain life myself and inflict damage to my opponent by gaining life. So similar to Nurse Burn, but instead of me just helping you, I can just help myself and hurt you. How can I make Aroma Jar really cool? Kirby said Fire Princess. Does Fire Princess involve each time you gain life points, inflict 500 damage to your opponent? Oh, I see. So Aroma Jar can keep you gaining life points, and it can't be destroyed. And Fire Princess can keep burning your opponent. The more Aroma Jars and the more Fire Princesses you have, the more you can keep the burn going. So how can I light these candles with my Fire Princess? I need to figure out more about Fire Princess and how to better run her. Thank you, Kirby. I appreciate it. Hard tips. It's weird to see the anime Fire Princess. Let's see. Magician Pikiru. Kirby was ready with this. There's a... Oh shit. Hold on. Are Pikiru's just made to do this? Ooh, Pikiru makes it go a little bit faster. Your opponent shows you all the cards they draw before adding hand. Damage to you from card effects becomes 0 until the end of the turn. There are very few Pikiru cards. Control F. Do they ever mention that? Yeah, they do. Have Fire Princess on the field at the same time as White Magician Pikiru or Princess Pikiru. Combine with Magical Android so that you will gain life points every end phase while inflicting damage to your opponent. You can also use DNA Surgery to change all monsters to Psychic type to increase it. Kirby said Pikiru was used by Bastian Masawa in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Interesting. Magical Android. So level 5. And a Synchro. Ew. During each of your infinite life point for each Psychic type monster you control. Probably wouldn't. He looks cool. Has a cool concept. But he's a Synchro. They missed me with that. Never been a fan. Oh, Solemn Wishes sounds great. Since you normally draw at least once per turn, your opponent will lose 500, 1,000, or even 1,500 life points per turn. Interesting. I can see the appeal of that. Because, yeah, you draw a minimum of once per turn. So it's once per turn burn. I think the big issue with Fire Princess, how to keep her safe. Because you're going to want to make sure she doesn't die. I guess you could do like safe zone, actually. Just think about it. Target one face of attack position monster on the field. That face of monster cannot be targeted or destroyed by opponent's card effects or be destroyed by battle. It cannot attack your opponent directly. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. Healing Wave Generator. Your boy Kirby is on it. Once per face of monster you control to gain life points equal to that monster's level times 100. Ooh, interesting. Gain 500 life points. If this card was activated as a Chain Link 2 or 3, add this card to the deck and shuffle it. If this card was activated as Chain Link 4 or higher, return this card to the hand. Let's see. Guardian Angel Joel. No, it's Joan, not Joel. My bad. Oh, I like the art. That looks really cool. When this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, gain life points equal to the original attack of that destroyed monster in the graveyard. Nice. Battling Boxer Veil. When you take battle damage, you can special this card from your hand, and if you do, gain life points equal to the damage you took. I see you, Kirby. Kirby is on. How can I Fire Princess? Send Marry the Fallen One to the graveyard through the effects of cards like Foolish Burial or Dark Refer and summon Fire Princess. Every time I face, you gain 200 life points, and your opponent loses 500 attacks. Having multiple copies of Marry the Fallen One in your graveyard and Fire Princess on the field rapidly increases the damage dealt. Each copy of Marry will recharge your life points separately, with each one activating its card effects. With 3 Marys in the graveyard and 3 copies of this card on the field, you will wind up doing 4,500 damage to your opponent each standby phase, enough to defeat them in 2 turns. I've used Damage Vaccine before. That was in Zexal. For those of you at home who don't know, when you take damage by battle or by card effect, gain life points equal to the damage you took. Option Hunter. Activate only when a monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard. Gain life points equal to the original attack of the destroyed monster. Okay. Let's see. What was the Marry card? Well, I don't think it's Dark Lord Marry. This card must be in the graveyard. No, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's a level 5. Numinous Healer. You only activate this card when you take damage to your life points. Increase your life points by 1,000. Also increase your life points by 500 for each Numinous Healer card in your graveyard. I remember that, I think, from Duel Links. Also, how's the microphone at the moment? Messenger Peace while you have a card that plunges life points of Virgin. The monster will be able to attack it while still damaging your opponent. However, it will be vulnerable against monsters with less than 50 attack. Kirby said still choppy. How bad is the choppiness of it? Skull Mark. When this card is sent to the graveyard, increase your life points by 1,000. Kissitai. This looks familiar. This card becomes an equipped spell equipped to the attacking monster. During each of your opponent's standby phase, increase your by half the attack of the monster equipped by this card. Oh. I like that. Well, link format is slightly less good because your opponent has easy ways of saying, oh, I can just get this off the field if I... but I do like that. Or dark grapher. Oh, cool, yeah. Nutrient Z. This card can only be activated during your opponent's damage step. During this turn, if you take battle damage of 2,000 points or more, increase your life points by 4,000 points before the damage is subtracted from your life points. Huh. That's interesting. It looks kind of like a soda. I'm aware of draining shit. To ensure opponent enchanted javelin. That sounds familiar. Oh, it's a trap. Okay. Cestus. Interesting. What type monster is Fire Princess? Fire. That makes sense. I wasn't entirely sure. Is Fire Princess the only card? Let's see. I guess the way I want to phrase it. Are there other cards like Fire Princess? Testing. Yeah, I can see how it can be choppy. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem like muting the microphone and then cutting the microphone really helps. But I'm not sure. Guardian Angel Joel is a fairy. Okay, for like the potential of Joan. I keep calling it Joel. I don't know why. So if I want to build it around doing these things, because I'm still trying to find easy ways to get stuff like this out. Soul Up Temple Kings, Transmodify, Broken Blocker, Dragonini Korsaka, Rescue Period, Sangan. Sangan's pretty easy. Summoner Monk. That's pretty easy. Summoner Monk's from your hand, though, and you have to throw away a spell, I think. Yeah, this card is normal or flip summon. You change this card to defense position. Once per turn, you can discard one spell, so summon one level 4 monster from your deck. But that monster cannot attack this turn. That's pretty fun with this kind of thing. I'm surprised I've never used Summoner Monk in anything else. Because that seems pretty good. If I make the top section of cards dedicated to that. Oh, how was the music on the mic while it was choppy? I guess is another question. So, Summoner Monk, Fire Princess, Sengen. Can't really hear it. Oh, well, right now it's not even on. Okay. Let's see. Dancing Fairy. There you go. There was a lot of typing and nothing happening. As long as this card remains in face of defense position on your side of the field, increase your life points by 1,000 during each of your turns. That's pretty good. Mysterious Puppeteer. He shouldn't have any life gaining effects, right? I have copies of him in real life. I don't remember that being a thing. Oh, I guess so. I have a fake copy of him in real life. I think that's the issue. The fake copy made him actually take control of opponents' monsters. It sounds like there are a lot of Ladybug cards. What? What? How did you stop that? Are you gonna make me throw away my hand? That's pretty good. That's bad. What the fuck is so Golden Ladybug? Why gotta be like that? That's weird. That's probably the best one so far, actually. Has been that one. That's really weird. What does Mirror Ladybug do? Oh, Mirror Ladybug is mainly to be used for like tunas. So UFO Turtle straight up just made to search her kind of thing. I see what you're doing there, Kirby. I see. Sangan is still pretty good, but not as good as UFO Turtle. Probably run one less Sangan. So I'm trying to make this half of the deck's monsters just be Fire Princess and things that can search Fire Princess, and the other half is just things that boost your life. Oh, Dark Lord Mary, I looked her up. She's one of the first things they bring up under card tips. Let's see. Now I'm thinking about other things that do boost. I really like Aroma Jar's boost. We've looked at a lot of boosters. Let's see. So that will help. And with all the life point gain, I can definitely see how Messenger Piece is a very good card for this. And the life point cost is so low, too. Like, it's not even that big a deal to have to pay that, considering how much you're constantly gaining. Spell absorption makes sense depending on how many spells you're playing. That one I think is still kind of debatable for this deck. Let's see. Royal Knight can combo well. Royal Knight. Royal Knight. He is a fairy though, and he is pretty easy to summon. So if you could get Royal Knight out and use Royal Knight, with something like Moon Mirror Shield, I could see it being pretty good. I probably will be playing a good number of spell cards. Excuse me. Using at least one life absorbing machine to gain back either some or more life points you paid. I think I'm just doing 4,000, so that's pretty good. Use this card absorbing machine energy during each of your infusions, and you will cause them to pay mass amounts of their own life points to the chain energy. Okay, let's see what they're talking about there. Each player must pay 500 life points to normal summon, special summon, set, or activate cards from his or her respective hands. So chain energy makes everyone spend life points. And you use that alongside life absorbing machine. Life absorbing machine. Gain life points equal to half of the total life points you paid your last turn. So cards which deals damage to you, and then life absorbing machine helps fix you. I don't know. I'm still not too big of a fan of that one. It seems like I want more monsters that do life gain. I also wouldn't mind just something to help protect Fire Princess. She seems really vulnerable. Card Guard is okay. Combo this card with Savage Colosseum. That way, every time one of your monsters attacks, you will gain life points, which in turn will cause the card effect to activate. Useful in Aroma. Combo this card with Goblin Thief. Kirby also mentioned Goblin Thief. Goblin Thief was pretty good. I'm trying to figure out what will fill that last monster slot. I don't know of anything else to protect Fire Princess. I know I could have stuff like Moon Mirror Shield on Fire Princess, which would be nice. Because I feel like that's the biggest issue with her. It's not that she's hard to search or anything. It's just that if she dies, that's it. So how do I protect her? There's a sports-based card, and I can't remember what it's called. I'm looking for Safe Zone. That face of monster cannot be targeted. There's a card that's like Safe Zone, but it exists like to protect Safe Zone. Imagine Dave Stone's card talking about it. There's a lot here. I'm trying to find ways to wreck this card. Imperial Custom. What else? I don't know what the second thing that got highlighted was. Here we go. White Dragon Ninja. Yeah. That one I'm aware of. Unprotected Dragons or something else. So there's really not another thing. I'm thinking about it. There's definitely something. The only issue with Safe Zone is if someone pops Safe Zone, then Safe Zone essentially makes Fire Princess vulnerable to just dying from something basic. Like just like an MST, rather than them having to play an actual monster. Maybe I want things to help bring her back to life. So I can do stuff like Monster Reborn, Called on. Then the question if she's gonna die in the first place. There are a lot of revival cards. Kirby's looking for something specific to help Fire Princess. That's cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. If I can spend less time protecting Fire Princess because she can always just come back, that's pretty good. Kirby says it's similar to Command Knight and Magician Valeria. Command Knight. Oh, I see where you are coming from. Okay. That would probably be better than Card Guard. You got a couple of those on the field and bad. Your opponent can't attack it. Excuse me. Cards like that are similar to Barrier Statue, where like if you get two of them out, and your opponent essentially is like, oh no, what am I supposed to do now? I actually would like a whole deck that was stuff like that, where it's like spells your opponent controls cannot affect cards other than this one, and then you have two of them, so you're immune to spells, and it's like traps your opponent controls. Card effects cannot affect cards you control except this one, and then have monsters effects of your opponent cannot affect cards you control except this one. And then you could have monsters where their ability is like monsters your opponent control cannot target face up whatever their archetype is monsters except this one. So the whole deck just works to have those contradictions, and when you have them all set up, your opponent essentially can't mess with your board. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out if there's like a term for cards like that. I guess there's a way for us to figure that out. Manages attack targets. Is Ring of Magnetism? Huh. So if you had 2 Ring of Magnetisms, and those can go on any monster, then as long as you have 2 of them actively in play, you can get away with a lot. I see. Ring of Magnets is a nice generic thing that anyone can have. So I respect that. But I do think we guys don't break it. I need one more monster. Wow, he was an Xyz. I didn't expect that. Wow, there's not a single pyro monster like that. Card Blocker has such a generic name. Oh, he's like a blocker, like in like Magic the Gathering. Let's see. Staunch. That's a trap. Well, Staunch Defenders. You know, it's from your opponent. So okay, do an attack. I thought it was a direct attack. My brain's putting words where they weren't. Select one face of monster on your side of the field. During this turn, your opponent can designate the selected monster as an attack target, and your opponent must attack the selected monster with all face-up monsters. Staunch Defender is pretty cool. And I could combo of it. Staunch Defender is just one of those cards that's slight conditional, because if I don't have the second card up on the field, then Staunch Defender can't be used. Kirby said he used it in his defensive deck, which is cool, most def. I might throw in this little girl, even though she's not the best. Also, I might be interested in testing this one to see how it works. He has a life point cost, but that made me think. Level limit area B. I guess this also works on Link monsters, which is cool. Sort and save. Okay, no problem. We can fix that. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna jump to the next UXV. I can't promise this will be any good. This time for like one more duel. Oh, I'm already there. That was a mind trip. Ooh, I am sorry to hear that one of the cards in your deck is banned. This one's for him. I think he said Cyber Dragon IRL, let's go. But I can't see the second half of it due to the menu. I missed the last message you said. Kirby said, my goodness, man, how many decks do you have now? A lot. Oh, scissors. How did he expect me to play the meta? Okay, he did say, let's go. Yeah, why not? Gaining those immediate pluses. Once per turn, when a machine monster is destroyed by bounce into the graveyard, you can special summon one machine monster from your deck that has the same attribute and less attack than that destroyed monster in the graveyard. Okay, cool. Excuse me. I definitely feel that I'm running a gamble. I guess the gamble isn't that bad. Yeah, like at first I was like, oh no, this probably isn't gonna work. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, I think we're Gucci. Pay 100 lives, yeah, change. Kirby says he doesn't think this deck can actually deal with Messenger Piece. Don't help you, Kirby. I'll help your deck deal with Messenger Piece. Kirby says, so I'm just kind of playing monsters over here. No, that's fine. I'll help you deal some damage, Kirby. Ooh, he's a low attack guy. Okay, now we're getting started with a little bit of burn. Okay, and we're going to keep this party rolling. Also, thank you, Kirby. I do think Messenger Piece is definitely what this deck needed, for sure. Seems like Kirby can respond. There we go. The more ladybugs I get in my hand, the something smells really sweet in this room. I think it's the cup of juice that I have. The aroma kind of fluttered over, and I was like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can see that the mic's pretty bad. Kirby said, you have your own aroma jar over there? You know it. Hopefully I'll be able to get an aroma jar on the field soon. Whoa. I don't know what Cyber Network does. Banish one light machine monster from your deck. Send from the fields of graveyard. Special as many banished light machine monsters as possible. Oh, that sounds like it'll be gross. That actually does sound pretty cool, that card's effect. I hope it doesn't bite me in the butt. I pay 100 life points. Then I pass my turn. Twin Twisters would really mess me up. MST would really mess me up. Galaxy Cyclone would probably mess me up. It's weird to see Fire Princess with such low attack. I guess if she was like 1600 attack and she could take care of herself, she'd be a lot scarier of a monster. Messenger of Peace is like, hear me out. There's no reason for us to fight. But that only works on those stronger monsters. Weak monsters don't listen to Peace, apparently. Even though they probably should. No shade? Kirby wants me to destroy core. Add one cyber spell tracker for deck to your hand. If your opponent controls a monster, advantage this card from your graveyard, special one cyber dragon monster for your deck. Well, this card's name becomes Cyber Dragon while on the field or in the graveyard. I can destroy it if you want. That's cool. Yeah, when my turn comes around, I can swing at it. I'm fine with that. Oh wait, I can't swing because I have Safe Zone. Kirby has a self-destructive goal. I'm down with that. UFO Turtle could probably deal with it. Just give me one moment to get something out that can kill core. Okay, we're still just slowly whittling away. Golden Ladybug is a really good card. Thank you, Kirby. I appreciate it. I'm going to summon Sangan. His battle phase will attack core. Kirby said it will require me to pay half my life and then deal damage to myself. Excuse me. That's interesting. The much has some good songs. I will occasionally find myself sitting around and thinking about a Muppet Show song. I don't even really like Muppet Show. Kirby said now I'm waiting for cyber network to destroy itself. Okay. All a part of his master plan. I had forgotten that cyber network was doing its dirty work, slowly finishing the cars. The artwork is great on site. We're finally getting the boys. This is gonna be great. Attack larva? Okay, I can attack larva. Okay, so we're going to swing at larva. Okay, larva is now dead. Oh snap, I forgot that I needed to message Danica. Kirby said, oh wait, dang it. He said I accidentally denied it. It happens, Curbs. No problems. Do you mind if before I go to bed, I get to duel against you with you using a different deck? I want to see how well Princess works against different matchups, I guess. Okay, ballin'. Thank you, Kirby. Appreciate it. Is the mic better? This is a cool spread of monsters. Kirby said, okay, here we go. Let's see how big this monster will be before it kills me. That sounds interesting. Cybernetic fusion support. Pay half your life points once. If you fusion summon a monster, fusion summon a machine fusion monster this turn, you can banish monsters from your hand, field, and your graveyard as fusion materials. You only activate one cybernetic fusion support per turn. Did it say hand, deck, or field? Hand, field, and or graveyard. Okay. It didn't say deck. I was about to say, what? Me? Your deck. That is incredible. Okay. The original attack of this card becomes 1,000 times the number of fusion materials used for what was special summoned. Kirby then said, wait, what? Did you not want this guy? Did you not want this guy? Who else is in your extra deck? Because it's just going to show me the back of a bunch of cards. He said I was trying to use my hand in graveyard for him. But it didn't work. Golden Ladybug. Golden Ladybug. Messenger of Peace. There we go. Kirby said, okay, all this. Okay, no problem, Kirby. He said, if I'm not dead before then. You just died? But don't worry, we have time. Kirby then said, frick. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Hashtag handshake. Post in live chat now. Hashtag handshake. GG. I'll still be working with Fire Princess, trying to get a better handle on how she works in different matchups. Stomach's making a little bit of noise before bed. Kirby said I was trying to use fusion support to summon massive fusion. It sounded like you could, based on like the different materials you could use for it. There you go. Kirby's got this. Smooth strike. Kirby said, let's try this again, shall we? Let's. Sounds like a good idea. Okay, I'll do all that and pass. So now we wait. Okay, Kirby said, all right, I'm hoping to draw a cyber network. Okay, coolio. I guess I'm going to be wise to do just yet. I'm going to wait. Kirby said, I'm trying to summon a mass counter attack overdrive. Ball. Excuse me. It has an interesting variable attack effect. This time around, Kirby actually can swing because I don't have a messenger piece yet. Kind of fodder. Kirby said, I guess I could try to keep you down so you don't mess up my fusion things. Yeah, like you can try to contest it, because I do want to see how it fares in matchups. I'm surprised you attacked her. Okay, now we're going to reposition card guard. I'm going to set a card face down. Then I'm going to activate Ring of Magnetism on the card guard. And pass. Actually, that was really dumb. I get no benefit out of doing that so early. Because nothing's going to hurt her anyways. So that was a good lesson to learn. Don't use Ring of Magnetism until you have 2 of them in your hand, at least. And like 2 monsters on the field to support it with. Did I accidentally opt out of the limbo? I'm kind of confused. I do feel like I've done at least a couple misplays this turn. Well, not the turn before last. I'm surprised Kirby went into his end phase instead of attacking my other face-up monster. Well, not my other face-up monster, just my other monster in general. Kirby says he has an oversized version of Mechana Fortress, which is cool. Ryan has a few oversized cards. Looks like Kirby can respond. Here's the Cyber Network. Coolio. He chained with Cyber Network. Kirby said now only needs his cybernetic fusion support. Bomb. Those little base kicks in this one are a nice touch. No chain. No chain. Oh snap, he's gonna start swinging. Oh wow, I can search a large percentage of my deck with Sangan. That's pretty good. Yes, I would like to activate Golden Ladybug in him. Let's see, Kirby said, can you attack Cyber Valley? Yeah, I can attack Cyber Valley for you. Ba 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 ba. Let's see. Yo, I saw another stream. Let's see. When will I attack Dragon 2? Not this turn, but next year, dude. No, the room currently smells like grape juice, not peanuts. Interesting question, though. What is Sengen inspired by in design? I'm curious. He kind of reminds me of a critter. Kirby has a chance to respond. Kirby does not respond. Kirby has the chance to respond. He does not respond. Okay. Now I can use him and attack your Cyber Valley as you requested. Now my board is, I say, super safe. I do really like Ring of Magnetism. Ring of Magnetism is a weird equip because normally you'd imagine it on the character's finger. Excuse me, but Aroma Jar doesn't have hands. Huh. My phone gets regular Dragon Ball Super updates. Let's see. It's like, come on, where's his Dragon Ball? Not his Dragon Ball. Where's his Cybernetic Fusion support? Sorry, I was still thinking about the Dragon Ball Super update that came up on my phone. It was kind of interesting, not gonna lie. Oh, Kirby, do you need the monsters you have on field for the play that you want to do? Or would it still work if it only it should? Okay, cool. Rarely do you see Raigeki when like your opponent's whole board is clear. I think I meant to say when your opponent's whole board is full, but I think I said clear. instead of full. This is going to be really interesting. Kirby, you might not survive long enough to do your play. Yeah, Barometer just gets the GG. So, like, not really, because I can't attack my monsters. I'm sorry, Kurt. I don't have any link monsters either. That would have been another good way to get rid of it. Because Aromajar just at the end of the turn is going to give me life points. We have one more like duel. I was thinking about going to bed, but honestly, I'm not tired yet. Good ball. Good luck. Have fun. This is going to be troublesome. Let's see how well this works. Kirby said he finally got a magic magician math circle. I think the thinking ahead thing gets worse the later it goes. And he has magicians wrong. Do you think they'll ever make quick play pendulum cards? Kirby said, hey, hey. Yes, I would like to activate these effects. I said that he might be able to. You might be able to do what, Ice? Kirby said, like, activate from your hand, or that you can pendulum summon on your opponent's turn. Pendulum summon on your opponent's turn. Oh, he played Sengen. All in. Kirby said probably not. Okay, fair enough. Like a gift, or did you buy it yourself? Ice in chat is talking about having received, I guess, some unmentionables. Kirby said, oh, I see. There you go. I'm very surprised that Kirby is not attacking. What is motivating Kirby not to strike me down? My board has very few different tools. Kirby is setting up a storm. He's preparing something. Okay, so Ice bought it himself. Kirby said if those fates are just saying no. I see. Excuse me. Okay, now we're gonna start cooking a little bit. So I hope you're ready for your boy professional chef, brother. We're ready to start. Discarded the ancient rules. Dark magician. He got rid of the piece. He didn't abilities. Why you gotta manage peace? Let's see. Trying to figure out a good workaround. Kirby's definitely had a thick board. Kirby said, "Take this Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl, combine their power to destroy you. Dark burning magic." That's pretty good. That was actually very powerful. Normally, this would just be a game situation, right? 45 plus 16. I guess not game. Oh, no, you did a lot. I actually don't have a lot of ways to remedy that. Because you could easily take me down again. I guess it's better for him to be a meat shield. He can absorb some of the damage. He's looking for a specific card to test something out. Okay. He's got a pretty full board. Oh, wait a minute. Guard counters don't protect itself. I see now. This is... Please stop with this. Right now I'm going to go extra cocky and not even play anything in defense position. I was actually very surprised by the not punish. That's right. Fire Princess and the Hizowls? Oh, shit. I can see how this could end badly. Yo, Kirby, can you use Ring of Magnetism on your opponent's monster if you use like Mind Control or something to move where it is? If so, that seems pretty turn. Like you put Ring of Magnetism on your opponent's monster while you control them. Then it changes field position, right? But Ring of Magnetism, so then your opponent can't attack you because they have to attack their own monster, which is like literally impossible. And then they just don't. Of course, there are ways to get out of that, but I could see you equipping Ring of Magnetism to like one of your opponents, like good monsters, like something they don't want to get rid of, and then being like, okay, now attack yourself. And then they'd be like, oh, like, I wouldn't do that. And it's like, I know you wouldn't. 1,000 knives at my face down, monster. Snap, Kirby is ready with these. He is either rapidly typing or he like has these like pre-written. Card guard just couldn't protect himself. This is a game. GG. Oh, did I receive a message? It's kind of late. It was an email message. Kirby said I'm rapidly tapping. Ooh. Hashtag handshake. GG. It is 1:56, so it is almost 2 a.m. So I will be going to bed for the night. Tomorrow, Dozer wants to hang out. So hopefully Dozer and I can do a few streams tomorrow. But thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like this video, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell so you're notified whenever we do these live streams. Kirby said, oh my goodness, those activation chants felt good. Yo, no problem, Kirby. I'm glad that you were able to get them off. Well, thank you all once again, and have a wonderful night. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Life One Only, logging out. Peace.